Hello everybody, Toreno here. About a month ago I made a video on Hungarian tanks, and I left off in that video saying I hoped Hungarian tanks would be added sooner rather than later. About a month later we have now got news of a new Hungarian vehicle, the Zrínyi 1, a tank destroyer designed by Hungary towards the end of the war, of which only one prototype was made. And as you can see here, we've got a little video here, and as you can see there are some rockets on the back. I don't think this was intended to be used in the production vehicle. I think they just tested these on the prototype, just because they had it. And this is a rather unique addition to the vehicle. And as you go down here, you can see some features. It's going to be an Italian vehicle, so in the Italian tree. It's going to be at rank 3, which is about where I suggested it should be. I said the same as the Stug 3G, which is a battle rating 4.0 vehicle. High rank 2, so this could be low rank 3. And as you can see here, the main features are effective chambered AP rounds. I assume they mean APCR or just effective AP rounds. Low profile. Yeah, you can see it's pretty low. The 6 rockets. And the roofed combat compartment did give me a bit of confusion. Later on they talk about how the crew are protected from aircraft, cannons and machine guns. So I'm assuming they're just talking about roofed armour or something like that. And you can see we've got the history here if you want to read through it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically it was based on the Turan medium tank chassis, somewhat influenced by the German Stug 3. It had to be widened a little bit by about 400mm. And you can see down here a bit more information saying how some of them did receive side screens later on. Talks a little bit about the Zrínyi 2, which was the more successful vehicle that actually went into production, armed with a 105mm howitzer. The actual Zrínyi 1 didn't go into production. Basically it was only kept as a prototype, and testing was really hobbled by the gun, which was a Hungarian 43M derived from the German Pak 40. Basically they could not produce enough of these, and they had 3 vehicles, the Zrínyi 1, Turan 3 and the 44M TARS, and they only had 2 guns. They were all meant to be armed with it, so basically this was causing all sorts of troubles with testing. And by the time they did have enough of them, if they even did get enough of them, the Soviets had invaded Hungary. Germany was taking over and wasn't too keen on letting Hungary produce its own vehicles by this point, and so there was only the one vehicle. And if we go down here, we've got a little bit more information. As I said here, it does say the roof combat compartment protects the crew from machine guns and aircraft autocannons, so presumably it's talking about the roof armour. And it talks a little bit about the Hungarian-made 75mm gun, the 43M. As you can see here, it's in a bit of a ball mount, and includes heat rounds, chambered armour piercing rounds. Again, I'm assuming that means APCR or just effective AP rounds. And it says capable of penetrating 144mm of armour at close range, which is about in the ballpark of what I suggested it would be able to do. I was using the gun used on the German Panzer IV F2 as the base mark, as a sort of base point of what it would be able to do, and I believe that does 135, 130 at 100 metres, so about in that ballpark range. Armour is possibly a little bit more effective than the Zrínyi 2. I thought it was 75mm with 100mm around the mantlet. Others are telling me it is 100mm across the whole front of the vehicle. We have to see how Gaijin adds the vehicle in to see if that's true or not. And here it talks a little bit about the rockets, high explosive fragmentation warhead. I believe these are the 15cm rockets used by the Nebelwerfer, which I believe is already in game and has a penetration of around 27mm. So, like I say, it's a bit of a gimmick. I don't think that's going to be the main point of this vehicle. And I'm actually happy they have added this vehicle with the rockets though, because of course that means the original Zrínyi 1 could still be added as a regular researchable vehicle, which would be very good. And we've got some more pictures down here, side profile, from the back. You can see the rockets do stick up a little bit, which kind of messes with the low profile, but, you know, not that much. And as it says here, really intended for ranks 3 to 4. And you can get this vehicle in the Summer Quest event that is being run in a few days. And basically to do this, if we scroll up a little bit, you need to get 4 marks of distinction for tanks. Much easier than with the other vehicles, for which you need 8. And it does explain how you get these marks of distinction down here. 40,000 mission points in random battles from rank 3 or higher, unless you have a rank 1 event vehicle. And this has to be for the corresponding vehicle type, so if you're going for planes, use planes. If you're going for tanks, use tanks, etc, etc. And we do get a little bit more information down here, so you can complete the tasks in multiplayer battles except for Assault. It makes sense. And it says what lower rank event vehicles you can use, or tells you how to find out. Basically those used in large events such as winter and summer marathons, World War II Chronicles, Battle Pass seasons and craft marathons. And it says that in the vehicle cards of such vehicles you can find the names of the events in which said vehicles first became available in the game. So check your vehicle, if it's one of these then presumably you should be able to use it below rank 3. And this runs until September the 1st, 2022. And as it again says, pick the right category, otherwise you know you're going for the wrong vehicle. And then we've got some information on which coupons will be traded and just some more general information about the competition in general. So I'm very pleased this vehicle has been added. Like I say, I'm glad it's been added as the rocket variant because this leaves the regular variant to be added as a regular vehicle, which means there is still some hope for Hungarian subtree or, you know, some other way for Hungary to be added in. So, like I say, just a quick video today just looking at the Srini 1, and hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.